favorite song, ASMR. Hello, my name's Tulsi, and I'm here today to try and bring some relaxation from me to you, from my bedroom to your bedroom. I have with me a pumpkin. I bought this recently up north at a castle that I was doing a performance at, and obviously it's quite near to Halloween, and they were selling pumpkins. They had lots of white ones, but then they had one green one, and I love it. It's very soft. It's very light. It's made of polystyrene. I feel like it shouldn't be too hard to make one of these, but it didn't come to me to make one, so buying one is okay, I think. I don't know if you can hear, but outside there are some quite noisy parakeets. Where I live, somebody once upon a time released some parakeets, and they've just made their home here, and they're gorgeous green birds. Anyway, I want to get to the point. I was asked to do a Q&A video, which is very flattering. I like that people would want to know random silly things about me. I find that very flattering. So thank you so much for everyone who gave me some questions. I hope that they'll be satisfactory. And when I was writing down the answers, I don't know, I think I was in a very silly mood. So some of them are a little bit strange, my responses. But I really hope that you'll find this sort of slightly rambling, perhaps nonsensical Q&A with me relaxing, and I hope that it will help you fall asleep or just relax. I like to watch a lot of ASMR videos to just relax, not necessarily to go to sleep. Although I do watch some. I do listen to sleep stories with all the lights out to get me to sleep. So there's that. This pumpkin it's really doing it for me. Okay. So, first question. What was your introduction to ASMR? Which ASMR channels do you like? My first introduction to ASMR was Emma Whispers Red, and that was through the Calm app about 5 years ago. And also I was then introduced through the Calm app to the French Whisperer. If you haven't heard of Emma Whispers Red or the French Whisperer, then you really should. They're really fantastic. I kind of want to do an impression of the French Whisperer, but I feel like French people would find that not very good, so I'm not going to. But yeah, I love the way he talks. Very relaxing, and he talks about really interesting topics as well. Very interesting topics. My favourite YouTubers, apart from Emma Whispers Red, I like Blissful Whisper. She's also British. I think she's based in Yorkshire, but I could be wrong. She did mention that she got something from York recently, a jelly cat, which they're really cute, cuddly, random things, a bit like my my pumpkin, but I think they're soft and fluffy and they have beans inside them, which sounds fun. I've also recently come across Velvet Cherries, very sweet, delicate woman from the UK who makes ASMR, and she does vintage fashion and accessories, and this is something I'm also interested in. I don't really know how to date things that are vintage. I just really like, things that aren't made now, that can't be made anymore, because they're just not current fashion. I just like that. So yeah, thanks Velvet Cherries. Really like your channel, and I hope you make loads more. I'm just gonna check that it's still recording. What made me start a YouTube channel? Well, I was encouraged to start this channel by my good friend Dan, who I've known since I was about 17. Years ago, he actually introduced me to the concept of ASMR, and I just need to play with my pumpkin again. And he showed me a video of Bjork playing with a television, and he showed me some other things, and I hadn't realised that I experienced the phenomenon that is ASMR. I hadn't realised. I thought that everybody just felt these amazing feelings when they listened to the music that they liked. I just didn't know that you could watch videos specifically to trigger it. And until I got into the Calm app, I also didn't really understand it properly. The first one that really made me understand it was Emma Whispers Red reading The Velveteen Rabbit. And I like to hear the page turning, and I really like to hear, all those close-up sounds, the mouth sounds, and the way that she was just so peaceful and relaxed when she was reading it, and it would give me the tingles, and I still listen to it today. I've been listening to that same story over and over again for years now. It's an amazing story. I love that story. But yeah, and then every time me and my friend would record voice notes to one another, every now and then he would say, "Oh, your voice note just gave me the tingles." And yeah, I also experience it with a lot of my female friends who I perform with. So I have a friend called Frances who is a pianist who works with me. I work with her, we work together, and she tried to give me some piano lessons, but she herself is pure ASMR, and I actually couldn't really concentrate or learn anything in the lessons, partly because I have ADHD, but also because she's so relaxing as a person that I would just sit there and sort of melt into the piano stool and just sort of look at her like, "Oh, Frances, this is so lovely." And after a while she said, "Look, you have to stop paying me." After a while she said, "Look, don't pay me anymore. You're not really learning anything. Go home and watch YouTube videos." She's not really like that, but she realised that I was just coming around to sit and drink tea and have cake and just enjoy her company. And though I did really want to learn to play piano properly, and not just in the sort of, I just use it as a tool. I'm not a pianist. I just use the piano as a tool to find the chords that I would like when I'm writing a song. And sometimes I don't even know what chords. I'm just listening. I'm going, yep, that's the right one, that's the right one, that's the right one. Or, no, that's definitely not the right one. And, but I'm not very disciplined with it. I was a bit more disciplined on the guitar. Anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, so Dan, my friend recently, has a studio, and on my first videos we were in front of the piano, as you will have seen, and just read through some poetry of mine, and another poet who I really love, Dorothy Parker, and he recorded the audio. I've got a picture of Dorothy Parker behind me actually, on her typewriter, if you want to see. I might be able to zoom in. There she is. I also have that's my beloved cat Bjords, who is sadly no longer with us. kind of a shrine behind me here. I have a cup of tea. This is English Tea Shop, Red Bush, cocoa and vanilla. And I really love this mug. The nails on this hand are better because I play guitar, so I need to keep these ones short and these ones a bit longer. I don't like to play with a pick. Got this mug from Aldi, which is my favourite shop. Okay. Do my friends know about my YouTube channel? My friends do know about this channel. I'm a jazz singer and I play guitar, but I have also written poetry since I was very young. So I share this work with my online community on social media, and I also have a few other friends who are excellent poets, and a few of them have liked my posts, which has been very, very lovely, and that's made me very happy. Do I have any pets? I have a tiny tubby house cat called Lucicita. She's an indoor cat because she decided she doesn't want to go outside anymore. She prefers to be played with indoors, and she likes to sleep for 22 hours a day. She's very affectionate. What kind of music are you into? I talk about this a lot. I'm really into jazz. I'm into fusion jazz as well. I like prog. I love rock music. I think the first kind of music that I got into was via my uncle Ian and my friend Olivia at secondary school. I mean, I was obviously into the Spice Girls, and I never really liked any boy bands. I was never a boy band kind of girl. I was a girl band kind of girl. I like the Spice Girls a lot. I'm trying to think who my favourite Spice Girl was. It's hard because they're all really good. I think Scary Spice had the edge for me. I didn't find her scary. I just thought she was hot stuff. I think I liked Baby Spice as well though. She was alright. Okay. But my favourite artists, well, the first music as I was saying, that I really got into through my Uncle Ian and my friend Olivia, was like rock and grunge. My Uncle Ian got me into Led Zeppelin, and my friend Olivia got me into Green Day, and then I'm not sure how I found the other bands like The Cure, and you know, there were other bands when I was very young as well that I kind of liked, like Blink 182, and they're fun. Jimmy Eat World, still love Jimmy Eat World actually. Still love my pumpkin as well. now I listen to a lot of Sheila Jordan, Mark Murphy. Who else do I like? Sheila Jordan, Mark Murphy, Kurt Elling, Leonard Cohen. I like a bit of Gregory Porter as well. He's good. Okay, favourite TV shows. Some of my favourite TV shows are Rings of Power, Derry Girls, Friends. I quite like Disenchanted as well, and The Simpsons. I really loved Mad Men. I thought Mad Men was excellent. Okay, this question really made me laugh. What do I think is the safest way to catch a big bear if it was on the loose in the neighbourhood? That's easy. I would gather up some fresh salmon and a bucket of honey, some sweet hot porridge, and I'd put my special Red Riding Hood superhero cape on and set up a trap with a fan blowing the scent of the food so the bear would smell it and seek it out. I'd ask the local community to stay indoors and inform them when we safely have the bear in custody. We would not press charges. We would not press charges for any damage to property and would release the bear with a simple caution at most. I'm not sure if in my fantasy I'm Red Riding Hood or the sheriff. Maybe I'm both. Should that be my Halloween costume this year? Sheriff Red Riding Hood? Yeah. I really would like to show you one of my favourite musical toys. It is an instrument, but I use it as a toy because I don't really play it very well. I just use it as a relaxation toy. It's called a Kalimba. if any of you have any musical toys that help you relax, please let me know in the comments, because I love my Kalimba. But if there are any others that are similar to a Kalimba that I don't know about, please let me know. Okay, back to the Q&A. Someone asked me if I have had my wisdom teeth removed. I have not. I think I probably should, but I was too scared. Which countries would I like to visit? I would like to visit Croatia, all of Spain, Barcelona, Greece, and whilst I have been to France, I have not yet been to Paris, so that would be nice. I'd like to visit Poland and Italy as well. I think I would love Italy. I already love Italian food and fashion, and I really like the family-centered culture. And I think they're quite romantic. What are my 5 top books to read? I love The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Also, thinking about Paris, I really love A Movable Feast. I think that's a very good book as well. Beautiful Losers and The Favourite Game by Leonard Cohen, very good books. There's an author called Kate Moss as well, and I really like one of hers called Winter Ghosts. Another author called Kathleen Tesaro, and she's written about 5 very nice books. The first one was called Elegance, and it's a very elegant book. It's very nice. It's a very girly read. Favourite foods, okay. I really love curry. I love Indian food. I also love Thai food. I probably eat too many pizzas. And I definitely eat too much chocolate, especially twirls. One of the questions was, what do I look for in new friends? And I would have to say I look for kindness, altruism, good manners, politeness, patience, and a sense of inner peace. I also really value the ability of another person to stay calm in a stressful situation. I think logical thinking balanced with high levels of compassion and an ability and willingness to listen and hear someone's voice in order to truly understand them. I think that's very important. I know it's been said before, we're all in this together. And I think realizing that we are all in this together is very, very important. My chair is squeaky. There's quite a few more questions. But I think I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I'll make another one with the rest of the questions. But I hope that you get off to sleep tonight